Alright folks, this is the Red Heart Crochet Shamrock Afghan square. This is our March square of the month. I'm going to show you how to work the pattern just in case you can't read patterns yet. Remember, we are going to start working on that really soon. We're getting some video tutorials put together for you guys so that way you can follow along because we know that's a lot easier to do. So here we go. The first thing that you're going to need is your crochet hook. This pattern actually calls for a size K. It's a 6.5 millimeter hook. It's a really big hook, actually. I was surprised to see that that's what it called for. On the other hand, it helps the pattern work up really quick. So here we go. I'm going to use the white and bikini colors from Red Heart. If you guys remember, that's what I do my other Afghan in, so I thought that I would just go ahead and do this tutorial in that color scheme so that I could add it to my pile. Okay. The pattern says for the square to make 88 with CA, which means color A, chain 4, join with a slip stitch, which is the SLST slip stitch, to form a ring. So you guys know how to do that already. By the way, that's how I make my slip knot to start with. Thank you, Mama. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then slip stitch to join. Fold that end over so that you don't have to worry about tucking it in later. Just fold it over and hang on to it right there. Okay, round 1 says chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So this chain 3 is going to act as your first double crochet. And usually in patterns, that's the way it works. Unless it says otherwise, you should assume that that chain 3 is acting as your first double crochet. So it says chain 3, which we've done, double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So double crochet, chain 1, and then 2 double crochet. Notice that I'm working around that piece of yarn tail, so that way we're getting it worked in as we go. Okay, so there's our chain 3 and the double crochet, chain 1, and then 2 double crochet. Okay, now you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then it says in a bracket, and then in parentheses, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, all in the ring, chain 3, and then outside the bracket it says 3 times. What that means, if you remember in math in school, is that you work in the parentheses first, and then you work in the bracket. So inside the parentheses is the part you worry about first, and it says 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. That should look and sound familiar because that's basically what you've got right here. And then outside the parentheses it says chain 3. So basically what you're going to do is this exact thing over again. And then outside the bracket it says to do that 3 times. So you're making the inside of your granny square. Does that make sense? This is the first set, and then you're going to repeat the set 3 times. So we'll double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 1, double crochet 1 and 2, and then chain 1, 2, 3. There's one of the 3 sets. Double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 1, 1 and 2, chain 1, 2, 3. There's your second set. Double crochet 1 and 2, chain 1, double crochet 1 and 2, and then chain 3, 1, 2, and now I'm going to tell you a little trick. I actually am not going to chain 3 here. I'm going to chain 2. And the reason I'm going to chain 2 is because I crochet so loosely, as you can tell, that if I were to chain 3 here, because it's the end and I'm joining to the beginning, for whatever reason when I'm crocheting, and because I'm such a loose crocheter, that this hole will be much bigger than the others. So if I just leave one chain off and then slip stitch to join in the top of the chain 3, it will actually make my space the same size as the others. You see? That's just me. But if you find that your beginning hole is bigger than your others, it's okay for you to leave that chain out. So I don't want you guys to think that you always have to follow the pattern exactly to the letter, because occasionally you might want to take a chain out of the spaces so that they're not so big, and that's okay. Alright, so now we're going to finish this one off, and I always do one last slip stitch there just to finish it so that it doesn't go anywhere. And I'm going to add my next color. Come here, yarn. Okay. Once again, starting my slip knot. Alright. Now round 2 says, with the right side facing, which is kind of silly on this pattern because you never flip back and forth, but with right side facing, join color B, CB, in any chain 3 space. So here, 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 or here. I always go to the opposite corner from where I ended, just because I'm kind of lazy when it comes to tucking tails. I hate worse than death to have to get that darning needle out and tuck all these tails. So I tuck as I go. So I start at the other end, and it says to join it into the chain 3 space, and if it doesn't tell you how to join, for example with a single crochet or a double crochet or whatever, you just assume that it's a slip. So there's the slip stitch. Okay, and then it says chain 3, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Remember that that initial chain 3 always counts, unless otherwise noted, as your first double crochet. So what you're actually doing is your chain 3 for your starting double crochet, and then 2 more double crochet, 1, and watch what I'm doing with this tail. Pull it up, tuck it in, and then pull it around so that it finishes tucking it in. Check that out. Okay, and then chain 2 and 3 more double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you've got chain 3, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. That makes your traditional granny corner, right? Now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to do a long single crochet. That's that LSC, long single crochet. It's not as scary as it sounds or looks. It's very, very easy. You're going to do a single crochet, except that instead of doing it up here, you're going to do it down here. So you put your hook in through the center, and I'm very particular, so I'm wanting my stitch to line up with the middle of the stitches. So if you just place it there, wrap the yarn behind, draw up the loop, and then bring it up right in the center. You see? It's just a single crochet. And then you yarn over and pull it through the 2 stitches. That's it. That's absolutely all there is to it. And you just learned how to do a long single crochet. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, moving on. Chain 3. And then 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2. And then 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's what it looks like, and it looks a little weird right now, but that's okay, because the next round that we do, we're going to do some trebles in here, so it's going to make it square again. So don't worry about it. You're doing it absolutely right. Okay, from here you're doing the exact same thing over and over again. No big deal. So you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Go down into the middle. Bring your yarn around. Keep it kind of loose so that it doesn't pull tight. That's really the only trick to this, which for me isn't terribly difficult because I crochet loose anyway. Alright, and then your single crochet. That's it. And then 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. And I will have to go back and tuck this one later, but it'll be the only one that I have to tuck besides the end. Okay, 1, 2, 3 chain, and then back into the center for the long single crochet. There you go. And then chain 3. And then 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet for the last time. One, 2, 3, chain 2. 1, 2, 3. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And our last long single crochet into the middle. Bringing up the loop. Yarning over. Bringing it through the stitch. And then chain 3, 2 and 3, and joining at the top of our beginning chain 3. Alright, now I'm gonna finish this one off. Okay, so now it kind of looks like a little butterfly. But that's okay. Round 3 says, with the right side facing, again, not an issue with this square. With right side facing, join color A, or at this point you could do color C, or whatever. You don't have to go by the same color scheme. You don't have to use only 2 colors. You can use 3 if you want. You can use 4 if you want. So just play around with it and do whatever you want to do. You guys know this. Okay, with the right side facing, join color A into any corner, chain 2 space. Remember that if it doesn't say how to join it, you're going to just put a slip stitch. Okay, now this time it says to chain 1, So you're going to chain 1, and that's generally how you'll start a single crochet row. So you'll chain 1, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, all in the same space. So single crochet, chain 3, 2, 3, tucking in the tail, single crochet, all in the same corner space. Okay, and then you're going to single crochet in the next 3 double crochet, and I'm going to keep that tail tucked so I don't have to worry about it later. There's 1, 2, and 3. And now you're going to do 3 treble in the next long single crochet. So for a treble, you're wrapping your yarn twice, and I am separating, I don't know if you can see that there's like 4 strands of yarn here, 2 in the front and 2 in the back, and I'm separating them right down the middle, and that's where I'm putting that treble. And you yarn over, pull through, go through 2 loops, go through 2 loops, and one more time go through 2 loops. And that is how you do a treble crochet. Wrap twice, go in, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2 more. And then one last time. 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to single crochet across again, and I'm going to tuck this tail. Ha ha ha. One, 2, and 3, and then single crochet, 1, 2, 3, single crochet again, and then single crochet across the double crochets, and then wrap twice, go in the middle of the long single crochet, go in, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And that is it all the rest of the way around. And then the last row is very, very easy. It's just double crochets all the way around. So you guys should be good to go from there. If you have any other questions, just post it on the group wall. You know that anybody will be happy to help. Okay? Have fun!